Miami, 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 Miami. It feels like Miami.
Welcome to the Miami Heat Beat podcast. I'm your host, Giancarlo Navas, and with me today is the intern, Pablo. Hi, Pablo.
What's up? How's everyone doing today?
I'm doing good. Chat's already angry. Said Bam should have hit Jaylen Brown with his car. So we're off to a start. Listen, we're here to bring you an injury update and kind of get you ready for the week in Miami Heat. So the big news are updates on Josh Richardson and Terry Rozier. Terry Rozier has a minor sprain of his right knee, and he is expected to be week to week. Josh Richardson has been diagnosed with a dislocated right shoulder to be reevaluated in 2 weeks, with the team still determining the timetable. So, Pablo, they both got injured in Sunday night's loss to the Boston Celtics. JRich and Rozier on both freak accident plays, really. Duncan Robinson is also hurt. Duncan Robinson is questionable for tomorrow's game with a shoulder injury.
Elbow too.
Yeah, so he's questionable, and he got hurt in the Jaylen Brown, as we discussed yesterday, the little altercation that he got with Jaylen Brown with them locking arms and Jaylen Brown yanking him the other way. So Duncan's hurt, and those guys are hurt. What is going on in your background?
That's just Washington D.C. for you, bro. I can't do shit about
Pablo
that,
is under siege, as you know. He has a lot of background.
I might go back to jail.
We got it. Yeah. Well, I need you today. So yeah, Duncan Robinson and Anthony Chang reported his injury as a result of yesterday's incident with Jaylen Brown. So yeah.
I mean, that's just the first two. I mean, that's just part of the game. Like, injuries happen. You can't control that. But that Duncan one could have been avoided if Brown would have just not slammed into the ground. And I don't know, just three key pieces, three key guards. Now, like, we don't have a point guard.
I mean, those are Miami's really 3 of their 4 guards.
So, like, now, like,
they're down.
We have Hero.
A ball handler, because Jimmy's also out with, Jimmy is going to miss until the All-Star break resumes time because he has a death in the family. So our hearts go out to Jimmy and then hope he can find peace in mourning in the following weeks. But Pablo, they have 1 ball handler left.
And didn't we talked about this earlier in the season where, like, if we get injured and we don't have a backup point guard, what are we going to do? And that scenario is going on right now. We have no backup point guard. I don't know if you want to consider Alondes. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Yes. Alondes Williams. I don't know if you want to consider him a point guard, but he's one of the backup guards we have. I think it's just him, Hero. If you want to consider Jovic is probably going to play a lot more now. Injuries at the worst times and not having that positional backup is going to kill us.
So Cole Swider and Aldonis Williams are joining the Heat from the G League, as reported by Ira Winderman of the Sun Sentinel. So the Heat are getting some sort of cavalry reinforcement as they go through a week where they have to play Milwaukee and Philadelphia on a back-to-back. Milwaukee will be playing on the second night of a back-to-back. They play Denver tonight.
They're cooking them right now. It's Denver is getting fucked right now.
Okay.
Giannis has 40 already.
Yeah, okay. You're right. It is pretty bad. Giannis has 33-14, and it's only the third quarter. So Miami's going to get them on the second night of a back-to-back for whatever that's worth. And they're going to play Philadelphia without Embiid and presumably with Kyle Lowry, which I guess I'll talk about that when it goes official. We don't know. I'm holding out hope that somebody claims my man off waivers or he changes his mind.
It's not happening.
I don't know, man. It's not official yet. It's not official. It's not official. Chat says good news is that the Bucks are coached by Glenn Rivers. You are correct.
That
You
is
know,
true.
it's crazy. So are the San Francisco 49ers.
Kyle Shanahan is the Glenn Rivers
He's the
of
Doc
the
Rivers
NFL.
of the NFL. Chat says he is playing G except reality. Unfortunately, we'll get into that, I'm sure, on Wednesday when they play the 76ers, as I will gouge my eyes out live on air. So be sure to tune into that. So I think the most important thing is that Rozier does not have a season-ending injury, as I think people feared, as Cab and DJ subscribes with Amazon Prime. Love that. Appreciate you for the love and support. So Rozier, we're talking about weeks, not months, or not the rest of the season, which Pablo, godsend, because we were all
Yeah.
like, okay, season's over. I mean, people were fearing the fact that, and listen, the Heat are smart in the way they say stuff. They said minor knee sprain to kind of really ease
The fan base.
the emotions of the fan base. And I think that today's a good day because your season's not over. Rozier's season's not over. They live to fight another day.
I think Rozier not having a serious injury, it has been the best news all day, because as hard as it is to say, JRich has been a key piece to our winning, like our winning ways right now. So losing him he's been great on offense. He accepted his role. He's not handling the ball as the main guy, and losing him as a spot up shooter is going to hurt us a little bit.
He was shooting 40% since returning to the lineup from 3 since his DMP.
That's going to be missed, because we're actually scoring on offense. We're actually like shooting, hitting, and then losing our best shooter in Duncan with that elbow injury.
He's
and
questionable.
Losing JRich.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he plays. I think questionable in the NBA usually just means you're not going to play.
Duncan's a warrior, though. Don't you remember Duncan had a streak of games played for many years? Duncan's a guy that'll go out there and he'll give you what he has. So I think, listen, and Duncan, I think in such a heat way, always tries to get out there, rain or shine. So I expect him to give it as honest of a go as you can. Honest as a go as you can. And I think they're going to need him because, as we talked about, listen, there was a stat today that I saw that Duncan Robinson is the best pull-up shooter in the league.
Yeah, I saw it.
I guess that shouldn't surprise any of us, but it's still good to see. Yeah, most efficient pull-up jump shooters in the league. Duncan Robinson with 111 field goal attempts. He's shooting 65% effective field goal.
Wow.
Incredible. Second is CJ McCollum. And you have names like Middleton, Bogdanovich, SGA.
Elite pull-up shooters.
Yeah.
And Duncan's at the top.
And Halliburton. Halliburton has taken 369. My goodness gracious.
Yeah, he barely does. He's been catching and shooting more now that Siakam's here. But before then, all he will do is take pull-up threes.
So Duncan's played great, and I know that he slumped a little bit. He played exceptional against Boston. Really, as we talked about on the postgame yesterday, one of the only dogs that they had on the team. Duncan really fucking brought it. And now that we're talking about that, Pablo, could you bring up the video? So there's a video clip that has some leaked audio of Duncan Robinson talking to Jaylen Brown during that altercation.
All right. Duncan's the only one with heart, man.
Duncan's the only guy with heart. For the podcast audience, it was really not good for the pod audience. So really, Jaylen Brown says, "What the fuck is your problem?" Duncan Robinson responds back with, "Don't do that shit. Fuck out of here." And then
You're
Brown
not like that.
had enough and said, "What are you going to do about it?" And then Duncan says, "You're not like that."
He has dog in him, bro. He's a warrior,
like,
bro.
You're not like that. Duncan's not like that either. But I was like,
Bro.
oh my God, let's fucking
Bro.
go.
He did more than anyone on our team. I mean, bro,
Hitting a dude, Pablo, hitting a dude with "you're not like that," and that dude then not doing anything.
That's
argument ender. Argument ender. You're not like that.
And I just love how Duncan stepped up for himself, because in reality, no one was stepping up for him, and that has never happened with the Heat. We always had UD always just, even from the bench, just pulling him into people's faces. But like yesterday, it felt like
D-Rose
was on his own.
Pointing from the bench like, I'm gonna get your ass.
Yeah, that we missed that heavily. Bro, we missed.
Pablo, remember in 22 the Jokic incident with Keith?
Yeah,
Jimmy was like maybe in the back. You know what I mean? Like, what happened? Who are you people? What happened to the game I love?
Where's the Heat culture, man?
Where's the heart?
There's no. I don't see it with this team this year. Like last year, I think if Jimmy was on that floor, Jimmy's backing up Duncan Robinson 100%.
100.
100%. Him or you? Is that with UD? A friend of mine said UD signed contracts just to help the Heat be tough, like in his later years. Like he knew he wasn't gonna play, but he knew that he needed to be there to back up for his teammate, for his family. And I think this team is missing that heavily right now.
Weird Alf says in chat, Jimmy wouldn't have done shit. He might have not done shit, but he would have given the appearance of doing shit. Yeah. And in this instance, that's all you need. Because no one's Udonis might have fought, but in this instance, you just need someone that's gonna, give an appearance. Bam didn't give an appearance, and then yucked it up with Jason Tatum after. So it's unfortunate.
That's true.
It's unfortunate. So Duncan Robinson questionable after being about that action. I hope tomorrow in the injury report it says Duncan Robinson out, and then the reason why about that action.
He's Duncan for looking like Sheen. At least he steps up for himself. You know what?
Ultra man, Ultra Lord. That's what a reference. They called him Jimmy Neutron, but in reality, he really was Sheen.
He was Sheen, man.
He's really Sheen. He's really Sheen. So that's kind of where we're at. So JRich, again, they're short on guards. Duncan is not. It looks like he's not going to be out. If he's out, not for a long time. Bronx Joker said Duncan sprained his ankle standing on business. So Duncan doesn't look to be out a long time. Obviously, you have heroes, so you got the Leches, but losing Rozier for weeks and JRich for weeks. Thankfully, the All-Star break is around the corner, so those guys are going to have a week and change to get right. So the way Miami's schedule breaks down is they play tomorrow and Wednesday, then they're off from the 15th up into the 23rd. So that's about 8 days. So they don't play for 8 days. So that's one of the weeks. And then they got to survive like New Orleans, Sacramento, Portland, and then they play Denver on the 29th. So that Denver game, obviously, I think you want to be at full strength as possible to be able to get one off. I think that's in Denver as well. So you're gonna want it's at Denver. So you're gonna want
we got to end the season on a strong note because we don't want to be in the play-in again.
So they do not play a back-to-back. Thank God, because usually they do that fucking hell back-to-back coming back from fucking the Pacific to playing Denver.
We gotta split between Bucks, Sixers. I think those are the last two games before All-Star break, right?
Yes, Bucks and Sixers.
So you're not.
You gotta win the Philly game. I think Milwaukee. You're set up in a way that if you have rest, you played an afternoon game. So you got a couple extra hours. You have today. You go out tomorrow. You got a team tired. You hit them early. If you have a good shooting night against them, they have Doc. Maybe you could steal one, but in reality, the one that you're trying to target is can they beat an Embiid-less Sixer team? So it'll be on the road. So they'll have they might have an emotional boost from a Hall of Famer that's might join their team. And to be honest with you, overcoming him is going to be pretty impossible. But that's some more winnable. That's some more winnable of the two propositions.
Yeah, the Bucks game, if it's competitive, I'll be happy with what we have because we don't have much for tomorrow. And that Sixers game, the Heat already proven that they can beat them. They won in Christmas Day without Jimmy. And it was I don't know if Hero played the game. Did Hero play that game? I know Jaime had like 30 and 11.
Which game?
Christmas Day.
I believe Tyler got hurt in the middle of that game. Didn't he?
Okay.
Didn't he have an ankle thing that game?
I think so. I can't remember it.
I gotta be honest with you. I went with Christian and I got pretty fucked up, and I was at halftime trying to keep it together, talking to Kaya, Solana, Alex. Really a who's who of South Florida media, and my drunk ass. So Merry Christmas to me. Pablo's frozen. Okay, well, hopefully we get him back that's a very funny face that he's paused on.
Christmas, that was for you.
Hey, you're back. You're back. Chat says I'm name dropping. Yeah, you're back. I am name dropping. Okay. I am name dropping. Those are my friends. I worked hard for that. I worked hard to get Nikias to come to the west, to the whatever, the Comcast Xfinity Plaza to go hang out with me, Alex Toledo, and Alex Solana, who came in a suit.
Both Alex.
Solana came in a suit.
Alex is always in it. He's always in
He looks
suit.
good, man. He doesn't have to wear a suit, but he does. He's on the radio. You know what I mean? Radio. He could go. He can go in cargo shorts. I think Brady Hawk is going in t-shirts and like cargo pants.
Yeah, he's just casual. I mean, at the end of the day, like if you're not on camera, I mean, the way I went when I was at the Wizards game, I felt like I was overdressed.
This dude went in a turtleneck.
Amen.
That's the Lou. Amen. Hey, shout out to Eric the Great. Subscribe to Tier 1 for 40 months. Currently on a 39-month streak. Says, what's up, y'all? Eric, it's been a minute, man. I haven't seen you. I haven't seen you in chat. I haven't seen Eric in chat. It's been too long. I was thinking about you literally this week. I was like, man, I haven't seen Eric in a minute. So good to see. I love to see people that I recognize in chat. Okay, Pablo's gone. Well, he'll come back. His internet's being bad. But yeah, guys, that's kind of really where we're at going into All-Star break. They have those two games that are kind of winnable the way the schedule worked out for them. Maybe not the Buck game, but because it's on the second night of a back-to-back, they have a chance. And the injury updates, they're not too bad. You're going to get Rozier back in a couple weeks. You're going to get Josh back in a couple weeks. Jimmy obviously missing time during this injury stretch is absolutely brutal for them, but he gets all the time in the world to mourn with his family and to get through this moment. Again, I wish Jimmy, and not that it matters that comes from me, but I really wish Jimmy and his family all the love and peace and prayers in the world to get through this time and find peace during a really difficult moment. But, hopefully kind of coming back from All-Star break, they get a little bit healthier. And it's kind of unfortunate because they just got their guys back and they had this stretch where they were losing a lot of games healthy. And it feels like they were figuring stuff out, even though they lost yesterday. They were injured and they really kind of really brought it to Boston. So it's going to suck to have to rebuild this momentum again, because they were starting to play. I forgot who I spoke to. I think it might have been Frankie. And we said, it's not like they're playing great again, but they're respectable again. And that matters a lot, right? Yeah. That matters a ton. And listen, it's going to be these next weeks, Pablo, are going to be survive.
Yeah, it's at the point where we're in survival mode. It's getting a statement win at this point. It's just survive it long enough to get healthy and make playoffs. Because once the Heat make playoffs, anything can happen.
Miami somehow very comfortably with the 9th best defense in the league. They're separated by
February.
Huh?
Our February and our New Year defense has been really good. It's just been an offense.
Yeah. So that's something that that's kind of been a lot better as of late, because it's something that I've lamented, and I think their defense has really stepped up, especially given all the injuries. And yeah, so hopefully we're going to see more Jovic, some of these young guys. Bam, obviously a lot of eyes on Bam the next couple of weeks to really, they're going to need him to kind of regain his poise from earlier in the season where he was more of a scorer. And I think I would like one of the things, we don't have to preview too much, but one of the things I'd like to see, and you're coming up against two drop teams. I would really like them to run more handoffs, kind of get their bigs to drop, create, using those screens to create for Hero. I mean, Hero was really good off BAM screens yesterday against Boston, and that's what Drew Holiday on him. And Drew Holiday is a monster. You kind of want, you kind of want to see, you want to test Milwaukee. You want to test Tyrese Maxey a little bit, or Kyle Lowry, whoever is defending. Man, I don't want to see that. Oh, God, I'm so fucking sad.
Hey, look, listen, man.
Hey, man.
Kyle Lowry is gonna be okay. He's just gonna get cursed by Embiid, and that's it. Just deal with it. He's gonna go to Philadelphia. They're gonna make the second round, and they're probably gonna lose the second round. That's it.
I don't want to talk too much about it because we're gonna have a lot of to say on the Wednesday pod. It'll be our last pod before the break. So I'm going on vacation during All-Star break. I will be in San Jose and San Francisco, enjoying Northern California. I'll be at Genesis. Very excited.
I'm gonna be recording packages in DC. I'm gonna be cold.
What Fake said, G's gonna do a breakdown of Lowry's 4 points and 4 assists in that game. Hey, don't spoil it. Stop! Spoiler alert! Chill the fuck out.
Lowry has a fucking masterclass 20 points, 10 assists, 5 rebound game, and then he lose.
Weird Al said Sabrina or Steph. That's a great question. That's a great question. I think Sabrina. I think Sabrina because I think Sabrina has more to prove, and I think that she's gonna, because I think people assume that Steph's gonna win, and I think she's gonna. I think she might just come. They're not in season right now, so she might just be practicing that one thing. As Steph is, I don't think Steph can be putting as much work in a 3-point shootout right now. He's busy. Yeah, Pablo, he's fucking trying to carry the Warriors into.
He just had a game winner the other day with 9 threes. The game before, he had 11 threes. He is not washed, and they're on like 7 out of 8 game. They've won 7 out of 8 games. They're here.
I think Sabrina. Listen, I think Sabrina's gonna be able to hone that skill, and she's a bullseye shooter. So I'm going Sabrina.
I'm going Steph. You know my answer. I gotta go.
I know you love
Steph. My glorious king. My glorious king Curry.
I have no idea.
You love Larry. I love Curry, man.
I don't know who else is in the dunk contest, but hopefully Jaime wins.
It's Jaime, Obi Toppin's brother.
Pablo froze again.
It's
incredible.
Jaylen Brown. Oh, bro, this internet
is Jaylen Brown's in the dunk contest?
It's Jaime, Jaylen Brown, Mac McClung, Obi Toppin's brother.
Jaime has to win for Duncan.
He's not gonna win, bro. He's missing a groin right now, bro. There's no way
he gotta win for Duncan. I don't know. Figure it out, bro. Figure it out. He was on Paul George's podcast talking about it. He looked fine. We're back.
Chow was asking if I bought any new commentary items when I was in jail. Yeah, I bought some Band-Aids for my knee.
Yeah, so he fell off his
that's what I use for my knee. That's what I use my money for. Gotta stay healthy.
Good for Pablo. Polterghost says we need Wade to judge the dunk contest. Yeah, we need a plant. We need another plant.
Yeah, 100%.
I feel like Shaq could be a plant, but he's not like 100% a plant. He's getting there. We need a plant.
Is he a judge this year?
Shaq? I have no idea. Usually he is, isn't he? They always fucking get poor Dominique Wilkins every year. I think Dominique Wilkins is probably sick of it. Carliana asking, can we still get Gallo? I hope so.
Probably, I hope.
They may go for a guard at this point, though.
DeLon Wright.
By necessity. So we'll see. And yeah, guys, that's been the show. We'll catch you tomorrow. We'll catch you tomorrow. And
it's gonna be a
doozy, and then I'll be here on Wednesday, and then we'll be on All-Star break. I believe the week after All-Star break, there will be a mixed bag, and Siobhan will host a podcast that I haven't talked to her about yet, but she'll probably say yes. So look out for that. I will be on vacation, and I'll come back, and then we'll all get ready for the official second half of the Heat season. Love you guys. See you tomorrow.
Deuces.